Raider Nation, it's your boy Graphic Raider, man. The views expressed here on Graphk Podcast. Another quick video. Man, Patrick Mahomes will be sticking around in the AFC West for another 12 years. That's the bad news. $503 million contract potentially. That's if he plays the full 12 years, reaches his certain incentives. But he's there for the long haul. Let's just put it like that. I mean, simple and plain, he's there for the long haul. I don't think that he's going to reach that 12 years. Let's just be honest. Players are rotated in and out so much. I mean, he's still young, but I don't think he's going to be that MVP caliber guy in another 8-9 years. Let's be honest. He is the best quarterback in the league right now by a long stretch. But what do y'all think, man? Potentially $503 million contract, $45 million a year. That's the bad news, is that we have to face this guy for the long term. The good news, how do you build a team around that when you're paying one player pretty much $50 million a year, and you still have high-profile players such as Frank Clark, Tyrann Mathieu? You still have to pay these guys, Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey. When these guys' contracts come up, how do you make that work? I mean, a lot of these guys have won a Super Bowl, so they may take a more team-friendly contract because they won the big game there. So, a lot of these guys get their one big contract and they say, you know what, a little more team-friendly to stick around because I want to be here for the long haul. In today's day and age, though, these players want to get as much money as they can possible out of the league. Most of the time, after you get a Super Bowl, you reach the glory. Now give me my money. So with that being said, unless they draft great and they have these guys, these high caliber players on lower contracts, I just don't see how they can even be. I mean, how do you approach free agency from here on out? I don't even think that you're going to be players in any free agency. Pretty much you have to draft well, right? And don't get me wrong, all the great teams in this league draft well. You see how Seattle built their team up through the draft. You know what I'm saying? New England, I mean, they always drafted well, but they also grabbed the not so big name guys in free agency, didn't pay them a lot, but their system created some beasts. I mean, let's just be honest. Can Andy Reid continue to draft great? Only time will tell. But when you're paying one guy $50 million, I mean $45 million, but let's just be honest, that's pretty much $50 million a year. How do you continue to pay these other high-profile players? That's more than half of what Carr is getting this year. I mean, let's put it like that. Carr is nowhere near on the level of Patrick Mahomes. But when you look at it, you're paying your quarterback $20 million, and they're paying their quarterback $45 million. That gives you a little more leeway to get some more high caliber players in free agency. To address your offensive needs or your defensive needs, whatever it is you need. What do you think, Raider Nation? I mean, what? I mean, I get it, man. Let's be honest. It doesn't sound like a team-friendly contract, but these days, man, you can work some twists and make things happen. I just don't see how you can continue to pay 5 to 6 to 7 high-profile players. Somebody's going to have to get cut eventually. I mean, how do you pay Chris Jones, your Pro Bowl defensive tackle? He already wants a contract extension. How do you do that? I don't see that it's even possible. Let's be honest. I mean, they can't pay Chris Jones, right? Without getting rid of other guys. I mean, you would have to get rid of a Sammy Watkins and throw other couple guys out there to get rid of in order to keep Chris Jones around. And he's still a young guy. I believe he's 26 years old. And his ceiling is, man, this dude is a beast. How do you continue to pay these guys? But the bad news, Raider Nation, we're going to be playing this guy for the next 12 years. I'd say maybe 8 because, most of the time these guys don't play out their full contracts, especially with a 10-year extension. I mean, let's just be honest. But potential good news. How do they pay all the other players? How do they even address free agency? Are they even players in free agency anymore? Only time will tell. But yeah, man, Patrick Mahomes got his bag. highest paid football player of all time by a long stretch of imagination. I mean, let's just be real. But what do you think, Raider Nation? What's your at least some comments in the comment section? Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation with Mahomes and this big extreme like contract. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button, man. Smash that like button, man. Holla at me, Nation. It's your boy Graphk Raider. The views expressed here at Graphk Podcast.